Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the forecast discussion for Tuesday, January 5th, 2016, and it is freaking cold out. Temperatures this morning as of 4 a.m. 12 degrees in New York City, 12 degrees in Philadelphia. By the way, that's below the forecasted low already, and we still have another 2, maybe 3 hours worth of temperatures being able to fall, so we're not even at our low yet. It is cold out. Very cold out. So if you're going outside this morning, please bundle up. Wear a heavy coat. Wear a hat. Don't go out there without protection because you will get frostbite. We have winds from the north at around 5 to 10 miles per hour. That's going to create a wind chill around the single digits below zero. And the good news is that at the very least it's dry out, which you would expect with temperatures this cold and with dew points below zero. So obviously we have some pretty chilly Arctic air here, and as a result, with high pressure in control, look for temperatures not to move all that much. Try to break out at 30 degrees. Most locations are going to be in the 20s today for highs, so definitely bundle up. The good news is that this cold air is leaving. It's going to moderate. We're actually going to end up a bit above normal through the rest of this week as we have a nice southwesterly wind starting to develop as high pressure exits. And then we're going to get a little stormy this weekend. But it looks like it's going to be rain for the most part, except for Sunday night, and that looks a little bit more complicated. And then we have another cold air mass on the way for Tuesday. So we'll dive into this forecast right now. So surface conditions right now, again, a big, huge Arctic high-pressure system in control, and this high-pressure system will shift over the northern mid-Atlantic today, providing clear skies for the most part. There is a threat for an isolated flurry here or there still, but for the most part, locations will be dry and clear. This high-pressure system will exit by the time we get to the end of the week. It will be off the coast. It's going to lead to a southwesterly flow. Now, you might be asking, hey, why aren't we having a winter storm with all this cold air? It's a matter of the way that the pattern is configured right now. It's still in the phase of changing. If we were going to have a winter storm with this type of cold air, this high pressure system wouldn't shift east. It would kind of lift north towards the St. Lawrence River Valley. And if it did that, that would keep the cold air locked in. Moderate a bit, but keep it locked in. In this type of scenario, the high pressure system is leaving, it's moving into the Atlantic, and that means we're on the southwesterly side of this high pressure system, and that leads to warmer temperatures. As far as the radar is concerned, pretty much high and dry. There's some ocean enhancement of some snow showers, and we have an area of low pressure well out here in the Atlantic that's also enhancing that a bit. Watch out for flurries here on Long Island via the Long Island Sound. That might be your best threat for a few snow showers or flurries today. Other than that, we will remain high and dry. On the latest satellite picture, you can see high pressure is in control. There's our low pressure system out in the Atlantic, and you can see some enhancement out here in the Atlantic, producing a few snow showers. Again, we'll have to watch out to see if there's any potential out here in the Long Island Sound through Long Island, especially central and eastern Long Island, for a few snow flurries. Alright, so let's dive into this forecast. For this morning, it's brutally cold, temperatures in the single digits and teens. For this afternoon, look for scattered cloud cover to clear skies. Highs generally in the upper 20s to a few lower 30s. Most locations will be around 25, 27 degrees. Tonight, that high pressure system starts to move over the region. Look for clearing skies. And by tomorrow morning, that high pressure system will start to shift off the coast. We get more of a westerly wind. Low temperatures are expected to be in the upper teens to lower 20s. However, if those winds go light and variable tonight, don't be surprised if we are falling into the lower to mid-teens once again, if not lower, considering this Arctic air mass. We're not driving this air mass out just yet at this point, so I would not be surprised if we end up lower than what's being forecasted on the GFS MOS here. For tomorrow afternoon, again, notice the high pressure system is now off the coast, so we're going to have highs rebound into the upper 30s to lower 40s with a nice southwesterly wind and sky cloud cover. And on Thursday, high pressure off the coast. Look for scattered cloud cover. Temperatures range from the mid to upper 20s for lows, highs in the lower 40s. So by the time we get to the end of the week, we're going to have high pressure exiting. Look for increasing clouds throughout the day, but generally Friday is a dry day. Much warmer though. Lows in the mid to upper 30s, highs in the upper 40s to lower 50s. Notice the warm air transport is on the way. Now, on Saturday, we're going to have an area low pressure here off the coast. It's going to produce a few scattered showers. Again, with the air mass already warm, this is clearly going to be a rain event for everybody. Look for lows in the lower to mid 40s, highs in the mid 50s with that much milder air. Gets a little bit more complicated on Sunday. We have a cold front that moves through the region. Temperatures are going to be a bit more questionable here. There's a lot of high volatility in the forecast for Sunday into Monday. And the question lies as far as where this low pressure tracks and the state of the cold air. The true cold air is right behind this cold front. So you have the mild air that's going to be in place for this rest of this week. You have a modified polar air, and then you have your Arctic air. So what we're going to watch out for, and what's still questionable, is where does this low pressure track, and how much energy does it get pulled into with the polar and Arctic air mass right on its tail. So there's various models on the way this is handled. Some models take this storm up towards the St. Lawrence River Valley, which would clearly be a rain event for the entire region. Other models take the low pressure track up along the coast, which would be a nice little snow event for the interior, let's say northeastern Pennsylvania and the Hudson River Valley. Meanwhile, the coast is more of a rain to snow type of event. And then there is this outside chance, extreme chance. I really don't put much stock into it, but it is still out there, and we're still several days out there. So it is a possibility where this low pressure system tracks off the coast, the Arctic air gets pulled in, the storm bombs out, and we go from a rain to snow, and a heavy snow at that. So there's a lot of variables here that we have to watch here. So right now, look for stormy conditions, definitely. I'm staying below the model guidance here as far as temperatures, looking for mid 40s for highs. I think that's going to be during the morning hours, and then temperatures falling throughout the day on Sunday through the 40s and into the 30s by the evening. Now, if this storm track ends up towards the St. Lawrence River Valley, then basically temperatures hold in the upper 40s to lower 50s. So we'll watch that very carefully. And of course, there we have on Monday, you can see that low pressure system, how it tracks up the coast via the CPC website. This is the national government's forecast here on that track. So as you can see, there's a lot of variables here. On Monday, you have temperatures falling from the lower 40s early in the morning through the 30s. So you can see how that cold air really drives in on Monday. So again, there's a lot of variables that we're going to watch and see how this storm evolves. But basically the theme here is that your highs on Sunday and Monday will be in the early morning hours with temperatures falling throughout the day. The question is, do they fall to the 50s, 40s, and 30s, or do they fall to the 40s, 30s, and here comes the snow? So that is the question. Finally, on Tuesday, high pressure will be in place. We got a few clippers that are going to move through, producing the threat for a few snow showers. Temperatures, again, much colder, falling into the mid-20s for lows, and temperatures struggling in the upper 20s to lower 30s for highs. So a complicated forecast on the way, no doubt about that. We'll keep an eye on all the different variables and keep you updated on what's evolving. Thank you for following NYNJPA Weather, and as always, stay safe out there.